Well, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's going to be a flying video because today's my last day off of work and I don't really feel like getting involved in wiring the Super Duty today. So with some good weather this morning, I figured it's a great day to go flying and get some air beneath the wings on the Zenith Cruzer.
County down there, 557 upstairs, departing to the northeast, Livingston County.
Alright, Brian, quit breathing. You're fogging up the windows. Brian, you ever watch the videos of the fighter pilots that get the alarm and they scramble and they have to have the jets airborne within like a minute or 2 minutes? You would never make it. Everybody else would be in a dogfight, you'd be back on the ground. How do I put my helmet on? I can't get my seatbelt adjusted.
Somebody's got to work second shift.
107.1 hours on the airplane. When I started the engine, it was 107.0. It's not a whole lot since it's been flying since like May of 2020, I think.
120, so a year and a half. 100 hours in a year and a half.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't building a Super Duty. I wasn't building a Super Duty. It would have a lot more. Price, traffic, experimental, 7 Mike Delta, back taxi, and 27 at Price. Don't see any deer or birds on the runway. Kind of rare. Price, traffic, experimental, 7 Mike Delta, departing runway 27 at Price. Alright, seriously, quit breathing, I can't see. Man, she's flying nice today. Love this airplane. You should sell your glass air and build a cruiser.
Maybe I will. Or Super Duty.
Yeah. Well, the lakes are finally starting to freeze over. It's not bad considering it's only a few days from January. So we got January, February, March.
And then late March it could or should start thawing out. But it's only been winter for a week.
I know.
Technically.
Yeah. And it really hasn't been bad so far either.
We have our stereotypical winter overcast day here in Michigan.
Yeah, that's normal. Except that what's not normal is usually it's at like 1,000 feet. Yeah. Today it's at 16,000. What'd you do for Christmas?
So Christmas Day, we went over to my family. Went over to my sister's house and had some nice dinner and time with the family. And then Sunday, we did the same thing over at Danielle's.
Okay. Did you do anything on Christmas Eve?
No.
Okay.
What was Christmas Eve? Was that Friday?
Yeah.
I had Friday off, so that was nice. I worked on my hangar on Friday.
Oh yeah, you're putting insulation on the door?
Been trying to get at that insulation project for a while.
So now that you're putting insulation on the door, are you going to put heat in the hangar?
So I think I'm still debating on exactly what or how I want to do that. The reality is I won't be working out in my hangar really significantly. I'm not working on a build project or anything that's going to keep me out there for significant periods of time. So at this point, I just need something that will help making the hangar warm while I'm out there working. So I'll just use some of the portable torpedo heaters.
Yeah.
Get it warmed up, and that will just help make that a little bit more efficient. And in the future, if I decide I want to do something more, I'll look at putting probably a radiant tube heater up. There used to be one there, but the previous owner took it out.
Oh, they took it out? Yeah, that's the one I put in my hangar.
That's wondering what happened to it. You ended up with some nice lights too. I wonder where those came from.
Yeah. Well, I went home to Pennsylvania on Thursday morning. I left here at like 7 o'clock in the morning, I think. And I got home at like 12:30 or something. And I took all my guns home with me. My dad and I went shooting. And so I bought a 22 a little while ago rifle with a scope. So I wanted to sight in the scope.
Yeah, you got a 1022.
So, yep.
Yeah.
So what I did was I took my sleeping bag home with me. My Oshkosh sleeping bag, because I wanted to put it on the table to where I could rest the gun on and have it more,
Use it for a stand,
yeah. That's all I had. I should get like a real stand. So it worked great. I got the 22 sighted in at 50 yards.
Okay.
I could hit we had like a squirrel target. I could hit it every time. And then I shot the AR-15. I put the AR-15 on there, but I had it back a little too far. And it blew apart my sleeping bag. And it actually caught the sleeping bag on fire. So I threw away my 20-some-year-old Oshkosh sleeping bag.
Man.
But that was fun. And then on Friday, we went over to my older brother's house, and he's got 4 kids, so my dad and everybody was over there. That was our Christmas. And then on Christmas Day, we went back to my brother's house in the morning because his oldest daughter wasn't there the day before. And then after that, went over to my younger brother's house, which is out near Pittsburgh. Spent the day there, and then I left on, that would have been Sunday morning to come back here. There's a little bar right by my brother's house. It's called the Hangar, and it's got a little biplane outside.
Okay.
And I don't know what kind of plane it was. I looked for a data plate. You could tell it was a real, airplane. Yeah, a real airplane. It probably flew at one time, but there's no data plate on it. I couldn't tell what it was, but it's kind of an attention getter when you're driving by. Man, there's not a drop of wind out here today.
Livingston County Skyhawk 1327 November is holding short of 13 on Bravo 1. Going to be departing runway 13 to the north, Livingston County.
All right, Brian. You haven't flown for a while. You still remember how?
What's this do?
If you pull back, the houses get smaller. If you push forward, the houses get bigger.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely not much to look at today outside. It's just all brown and white.
So I am due to do the annual on the glass there. I think I've been due for a while.
You've been due for like 2 months.
It's cold. And so putting insulation in the hangar might help me get around to that. Maybe.
Well, it's not like we fly much in the winter anyway.
Downwind 45.
I'll be honest with my job. It has really consumed a lot of my
327 November.
discretionary time, certainly during the week, certainly, especially in the winter when I don't rarely even see daylight. It's dark when I go to work and dark when I get out of work. It just doesn't make for a lot of exciting flying during the week.
Yeah.
And so the weekends are limited to what I can do.
I'm just kind of a sissy. I usually just don't fly in the winter because it's cold. It's a pain in the butt. Like today, just to move the airplane off of my ramp, I had to take the shovel and shovel off the big clumps of snow that weren't snow anymore. Because it warmed up and then they froze into like these giant ice balls. And I had to plow or, shovel those out of the way. Normally, the ramp is full of snow, but luckily it kind of all melted yesterday. What do we get, about 2 inches or something like
Yeah, I
that?
think so. Yeah, and like you said, it melted quite a bit and then refroze overnight.
Yeah.
So what was left kind of turned into ice. There's a lot of ice on the hangar ramps.
Yeah. So right now we're just poking along. I have the RPM at 2650. We're indicating 87. That's 91 on the true airspeed, 92 there. Ground speed doesn't really matter, it just depends on the wind. But what a nice day today. Got some high ceilings, not a drop of wind at all. Usually it's gusty and windy. Today is just perfect.
Can we do a loop?
Sure. All right, Brian, do a roll. Wow, look at that. That's really good.
I didn't lose any altitude.
Yeah, that was perfect. Price traffic 7 Mike Delta is 4 miles to the south for 27 price. Price traffic 7 Mike Delta is 1 mile south for left downwind 27 at price. Better clear the runway first of those pesky deer and birds and rabbits, fox. Man, look at that lake, just glass smooth. There's not a ripple in that entire lake.
Wow, that's rare.
I've never seen that
Especially
before.
in the winter, yeah.
Doesn't even look real. You're probably not used to going this fast, huh? In your glass air.
With this headwind, I think my touchdown speed is actually faster than this.
That speed blew. I can't talk. The speed bleeds off quick when you do that.
So we get 400 feet out of it?
Well, at least we chased the wildlife away. Price traffic 7 Mike down, turning left downwind for 27 price.